welcome back. I told you guys I'll be wearing the same shirt in the last video. Hate if you want to, but hate if you want to. Please, again, excuse the hair. I got some Don King issues going on. I can't break in the tea about my dating life. I never will give out a guy's name. I will never do anything like that. I can't tell you guys some stories from my dating life, but I can also tell you guys how I date, so y'all can be like, Hunty, no, or Hunty, yes, keep that. I don't know, but I definitely wanted to bring the piping hot tea, which I'm going to be extremely careful with. Want to know why? Let me tell y'all why. This is why. I can't really angle it. There it is. Sus has a scold. With my daughter, I tend to do, especially, well, in the colder days, but it wasn't freezing cold, but it was chilly. I took the tent out because I bought this adventure book. And one of the adventures was take the tent out and watch a movie in a tent outside under the stars. Well, actually, it wasn't a tent. It was just under the stars. But I added a tent because it was kind of chilly when we did it. And a tent is so much more funner. And plus, my laptop can be in a tent and not just out in the backyard. So anyway, we were doing that, and I made us some hot ramen. I made us some hot tea because we were going to be outside in the cold. And her tea had ice in it because, you know, she's a kid. She's not going to blow. She's 4 going on 5. I didn't really want to burn my child. Then after that, what I do, yeah. I filled up, why is the word not coming to me? A tumbler. You know, a tumbler, a metal tumbler, so that I can have extra hot water to make a second cup of tea because I left the tea bags in each cup. And I carried that in there. Now, I'm not quite sure if it was my cup of tea or the tumbler, but one of these two spilt on me when I had like 32 things in my hand and I was crawling in a tent, and it spilled on me and I had a sweater on. When I tell you guys that sweater, I had to literally pull it off my skin because it just stuck to my skin. It burned and burned and burned and burned and burned. Man, it hurt. And it was about a week and a half ago, and we're healing. So we're healing. I put Neosporin on it, and it's pretty much drying out now, which means that it's healing. It's looking better day by day and looking worse day by day at the same time. All right, so that's the tea on me. Also, don't forget, if you want a little quick extra read, hit up Amazon, look up my books. Is your girl a writer? These are both books of poetry, as I mentioned, and if you love good poetry, this book tells a story by poetry, and this book is just poetry dedicated to God. I like to be upfront. Now back to the tea. Also, for my tea session, I also bought a snack. So I got these cute little crackers. I forget what they're called, but I got them from the cracker aisle. They're just like dried bread. I got some brie. Yeah, I got some almonds. I just love how almonds is my favorite nut. It's pretty much the only nut I buy. And I got a mixture of raspberries and strawberries. And I drizzled them lightly with orange blossom honey. I love orange blossom. You see me smacking in this video? I got snacks. So before I share stories about your dating life, I want you guys to know I didn't start dating till I was 20. My first date was when I was like 20 years old. Like my first official date, and I actually took my ex out for his birthday, and he did not know until after that time that it was my first real date. So yeah. Normally when a guy takes me to date, he does pay, but on their birthdays, I don't think you should pay on your own birthday, even though I've had several birthdays I've paid for and several birthdays coworkers paid for. It's rare that a friend pays for my dinner or whatever. I just started making friends that are like, you pay for your own birthday dinner, what's wrong with you? And I'm just like, oh, only me and my coworkers have that type of thing. I didn't know that was a friendship thing too. So I've been making like upgrading my friend list, making new friends who I guess spoil each other, which is dope because I like giving to people and I like hand making gifts and I go through all this stuff and sometimes I get nothing but at all. And this year is really eliminate all the people in my life who take advantage of me, eliminate all the people in my life that are, I don't know, not giving the same energy towards the friendship that I'm giving. So anyway, my typical type of dating is that I normally just wait for the guy to ask me out. If the guy never asks me out, we don't date. I think I do that because I like assertive men. I like men who are just really assertive. I don't like men who are, I'm a nice guy, so you should date me. Typically, if you have to tell a person you're a nice guy, you're probably not that nice in my opinion. Because if you really were a nice, genuinely good guy, I would know just by getting to know you. And I move a little slower. A lot of times I like the guys I date to, hang out with me on a little bit one-on-one. Maybe with me and my daughter and we go like talking, go to the park, get an iced coffee. And I kind of like that. And I like guys who go that route. And girl, I have a story time. I had a guy, I knew him in college. He actually yelled at me for not asking him out. What was weird about it was he liked me and he was like, I'm coming to your job to see you and you're not asking me on a date. But I feel like if you came to my job all this time and all you wanted was a date, why didn't you ask me on a date? Why do I have to read your mind and find out that you want a date? I mean, bro was seriously mad. He was like, you're taking advantage of me. I give you a ride home and you should. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, he's the only friend to come to visit me. Almost all my friends came to visit me, especially when I worked at Dunkin' Donuts during the night shift, to check on me, keep me company, make sure I'm not in the store alone. He was not the only one. Many, many friends did it. And none of them were like, I have ulterior motives and you should know it. No, they didn't actually have ulterior motives. They just wanted my company. So that put a bad taste in my mouth. So I never asked them out. Maybe I was wrong, but y'all can tell me if I was wrong in that situation. I think that happened when I was like 22 years old, 23, and I had went to Eastern Illinois with him, and I was just like, bruh, if you wanted to date me, anytime he invited me out, I actually went. I think I went to his dorm room once to watch videos with him. I'm like, anytime he invited me out, I was like, cool, let's hang out. He never invited me out again. So in my mind, if you're not asking me, you must have friend zoned me. So I'm okay being your friend. I'm not going to take that offensively. If you hang out with me and get a friend vibe, I'm going to go ahead and fall in that friend lane. I'm not going to try to force myself into the lover lane. I've tried that in the past too, and it's not fun. So I've only tried that like once or twice with two other guys, and both times were drastic. But he was giving me the vibe that he was no longer interested in me. So when he started yelling at me in his car while dropping me off at home, take in mind, I only lived like 6 to 8 blocks away from my job. I could have walked. And I have walked every day. So it just put a bad taste in my mouth. And he made me feel like I was a bad person for not asking him on a date, for being nice to me. But I feel like when you do something, or you come see a friend at work, and you know they're working a later shift, and you give them a ride home, that's you being considerate of that friend and wanting to help that friend out. Was I wrong for this? I don't know. Only reason I'm talking about it now because it randomly appeared in my head during this tea time conversation. That tea's hot as heck. I might take a sippity sip, but I just literally warmed up the tea kettle. So the tea just like warm, and I don't want to burn any other part of my body. I'm just paranoid about hot tea out. But yeah, that's one story about my dating life. So I get guys like that. That was like the only time and the last time that happened to me. And I was just like, this is why I'm single. Because obviously, in order for me to date somebody, I have to slightly read their mind. 9 times out of 10, I cannot tell someone's attracted to me. I never have been. To this day, I do not catch clues. And they don't believe me. And I'm like, if you wait too long to ask me out, I start to friend zone you because I assume you're not interested in me. You can't wait 2 years later, a year later, and go, okay, I want to date now. I want to get to know you on that level. How long have you known me? I said take it slow. I didn't say take your life. When I say take it slow, I mean 2 to 3 weeks of getting to know me, talking with me, getting that flow of conversation and that comfort level, because I'm awkward. I'm awkward and I have social anxiety. So some people take a little bit of time to get through to me. And I panic talk. Anybody who has talked to me and they're like, why is she saying random stuff? I panic talk. I have real bad social anxiety. I am naturally an introvert. I'm naturally a reader. You know what would be a dope date? Is if we go on one of those nighttime picnics in the tent, but like for a date instead of with my daughter, we get some wine, one of these little cute fruit plates that I make, but I want to put some like Italian salami in it for a little saltiness, and ooh, for a little bit more saltiness, and ooh, we get a book instead of a movie, and we get like a flashlight or maybe, yeah, like some type of flashlights. Can't really do candles. It's a tent. That's fabric that creeps me out. But we get like flashlights and we line them up to look like, and we get a book light and we read the book out loud to each other. I would love that. The next guy that dates me, I will plan that shit. I hope he's corny. Cause I am down for the date. Yeah, I just planned the date when I ain't got a boyfriend. See, the issue with me is I don't do well with online dating. I'm just not someone that can form a connection to somebody via a computer or a phone, via text message. It's really hard for me to do. I'm the type of person that likes to fill out natural energies, likes to fill out vibes, and I go based off that a lot. And normally, if I have bad vibes about a person or kind of iffy vibes, I normally don't trust them sometimes. I really need to trust them. In the past, I didn't trust them. I've had some psycho exes. I'm going to tell you about them in another video. But yeah, I really like to get to know the person. I really like the person to come and talk to me. I also like the person to be like, hey, I'm interested in you. I want to date you. I would love to take you out, but I want to take this slow. I want the person to be considerate of the fact that I have a child. You don't have to like pay for my babysitter. No, that's a little far. But just know that, hey, my schedule is not yours for the taking. I do have a daughter, and you do have to have a relationship with her as well. She's not going to be second base. She's not going to disappear. You're not going to treat her any kind of funny way. I come from a step family, and my stepfather treats me and my daughter no different than he would treat his own kids and his own grandchildren. He is literally in the back of our apartment building right now, building my daughter a slide set so that she can play. That he bought for her for Christmas. We live in an apartment, y'all. We happen to own the apartment. We live in an apartment. He bought her a sliding swing set. Every night she begs to go hang out with him. He used to help me pick her up from school. He's helped me pay her tuition. This is my stepfather, but he treats me like his daughter. He's always been good to me, buys me Christmas gifts, supported me, came to graduations, told me he loved me, bought me birthday gifts, helped pay for my birthday. He does have his own way and unique way of showing love, but no person is perfect, and you can't choose how a person shows love. Some people will say, well, he's trying to buy your affection or your love. He's not trying to buy it. He's trying to show it. Some people show love with material giving things. Some people show love by showing time. Studying the love languages has taught me that you can't change someone's love language to how you accept love. So you have to accept how they show love. and go with it. You don't know their intentions. You can't tell them their intentions. You're not them. But really, I'm like really nerdy and corny and awkward. So I really need a guy that's like into like eclectic coffee shops, going to sip coffee together, going hiking, doing a little fishing, doing backyard campouts and barbecues with the family. That's my type of vibe. Going to museums, going to the beach. I'm outdoorsy. I'm not so much nightclubsy. I used to be when I was younger, but I really just wanted to hang out with my friends. I think by 25, I hated going to nightclubs and only wanted to go to be with my friends. That's like where that group of friends always wanted to go. And I was like, I would like to go to museums. I would like to travel. I actually went to San Francisco without them because they were playing games, but I was a good friend. I did email them my reservation, the exact flight, in hotel, and how much it cost 6 months in advance. So if they didn't want to come, that was their prerogative. So, yeah. I also would love to do some volunteer work. And I like a guy that doesn't mind the fact that I might want to go to Guatemala and plant some damn trees. But I'm not a hippie, and he has to buy into the idea of possibly living in a tiny home because I definitely want to downgrade my life, get rid of less stuff, and live a little cleaner and freer. I do. I'm sorry. Tiny houses are the ish. They are the ish, y'all. They are the bomb diggity. But that's a little taste of me and how I date and my personality. So if y'all got some comments, suggestions, comment below. But as in me changing personalities or me asking a guy out, I'm really attracted to assertive guys who know what they want and are willing to put forth that effort valiantly and not do it for like a challenge, but really genuinely is like, this is what I want. So you guys, I hope you guys get a vibe of my personality. I am slightly like a little hippie child, but I'm not fully hippie. I'm a girly girl and a tomboy all at once. I've never hit a mold, but I know I'm an introvert. And a lot of people see my bubbly personality and go, you're an extrovert. No, I learned how to be an extrovert and it took years. I don't think I was able to show extroverted personality traits until I was 12. Before I was 12, I made one friend a year. I didn't really want to talk to anybody else. The only time I talked to other people is when it was about Batman, Robin, Spider-Man, anything X-Men. Marvel. I'm a huge Marvel fan and always have been. Both. But yeah, back to how I normally date. I like to meet a person in person, whether it's coincidentally in a restaurant or on a bus, even though meeting guys on the bus has never turned out to be a good guy at all. Always get strange energy from them. At school or at work. Because, or through somebody else I know. I have to meet them that way because I need to like, I think in my mind, feel their energies, feel who they are, talk with them, see if I have a natural flow of conversation. And I'm not a texter. If you're my friend, you know, I'll walk away from that damn phone and I won't come back for hours. And we would be in the middle of a text conversation. And then I'll be calling you like, oops. I don't do this on purpose, y'all. I've always been this way. Always. I don't want to change myself to be more dateable. I don't see why I should have to change myself to be more dateable. I like me. So I think my new goal is, and in the past I did try to change myself. Talking to me is difficult because I be all over the place. Keep up with me, y'all. Follow the flow. You guys are gonna have to follow 2 conversations at once. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to getting to know me, y'all. The real me. Y'all wanted the real me. Somebody said put the whole you out there. I was like, okay, if the world want this, the world gonna get this. I don't know why y'all want this. Why y'all want this? By the way, if you guys like this video and you guys want to hear more of our dating stories, please like the video and subscribe. And if you really are feeling generous, share. Share. Anywho, that's how I date. That's how I find my partners. And sometimes I found some amazing people. We just didn't work out. And sometimes I didn't listen to myself and I found some horrible people. But right now I'm a single parent and I'm really just trying to search a person's energy for me and my daughter. But I'm also learning to trust my daughter because she has an inner sense too. And I believe God speaks to her as well. And if she senses something that I'm not sensing because I'm in strong like, I'm going to pay attention to her because there have been men that I've talked to that she just did not go near. And there have been men I talked to that she was very like, da 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 da. And that tells me a lot about the person. That tells me also a lot about my daughter. That she's able to perceive things about people. And I like that. And I want her to trust that. If you're not getting a good vibe and you don't want to be around this person, don't. So what's going to happen now, it's pretty darn simple. I'm going to go ahead and try to wrap this video up because it's getting kind of long. And I'm going to let you guys comment below what you guys think. I'm not changing my personality, but maybe I can change my style. I have been on Hinge and Tinder and Bumble, so you can throw all the sites you want out there. I don't like them. I just can't vibe over the computer, so there has to be other ways. I don't know if I meet somebody on Instagram. I've actually never dated somebody I met on Instagram or Facebook, so I don't know if that would work. But yeah, here's I am. Being transparent as possible is how I date. I'm a weirdo. Anyway, I look forward to your comments and the conversation, and I'll come up with another video later, okay? And I might have on a different shirt, so I might not record it today, y'all. So go me. I didn't record it. Also, like, subscribe, and share. Be generous. Share, like, subscribe. All right. And if you have time and you want to be updated, hit that little bell. Hit it. Like and subscribe. Hey, like and subscribe. Hey, get it. Get it. Get it. Get it. Hey. Much peace, love, and chicken wings, y'all. See you guys next time.